Let's go, man. 10 toes down on dumb shit, nigga. Operation Crash Out. Let me teach you guys how to crash out properly. See, everybody thinks they're ready for the crash out, except for the niggas who don't crash out. And if you are a true crash out artist like myself, do you understand that crashing out is a art form? Is something to be mastered because you will crash out inevitably. And the more you try to fight the crash out, the worse it's going to be. So when you realize the crash out is coming, all you can do is brace yourself, loosen up, and just take the hit. And when you crash out, it's like riding a bicycle. You don't stiffen up when you ride on the bicycle. If you're about to crash, let your body go loose and then fucking just roll with it. And that's how I with the crash out, nigga. It's like I'm trying. I gotta give you guys the secrets to everything in life. See, so often in life, everybody tries to keep up this image and they try to hold themselves back from who they really are. Because at the end of the day, everybody's a wild animal. Like everybody's really 13 years old in their head, and you should be playful. But some kids are not very playful. Some kids are just mean ass, fucking bitch ass kids. See, but I'm a playful kid, man. I was on the playground. I was that nigga. I've been that nigga since a young lad, and be a nigga since the young lad takes a certain mentality. And the mentality is get you and your gang, and you go do fun gang shit that's productive and constructive. But the problem is most of you guys don't want to do productive and constructive stuff because you're too scared. You too preoccupied with trying to maintain some fake image that doesn't really exist that nobody gives a shit about. I'm telling you right now, nobody cares. I think you think people care, but nobody gives a fuck about your gay ass image. All they see is the human being that they're interacting with and what they can get from you. And it's not like a bad thing, but it's like when you're communicating with people, you want to be able to communicate to get something out of the conversation and interaction because what else are we communicating for? If we're not communicating to get some type of value or exchange something of like valuable like time or resource or commodity, nigga, what are we talking about? Like, why are we here? And that's why I realize with a lot of niggas, it's like, why am I here? What are you talking about? What is the purpose of this conversation? Why does it exist? And see, most people can't understand that that's how everybody looks at each other. Like you do the same thing with somebody else. You look at like, well, I want to see what am I going to get for it? What am I joining you for? What's the possibility? Most people don't understand. Hey, look, that's not how it works, man. It's like you don't get to just take people's time and not give them anything back, or you don't get to take people's resources and not give anything back. Because it's like, why I want you around? You're a leech. And most niggas are leeches. And see, the problem with the leeches, you'll never understand what a crash out looks like because you be doing leech shit. You don't know what it's like to build. And when you're building, it's going to crash, it's going to fall down. And you're building yourself. So when you're building yourself, it's going to crash, it's going to break down. You got to rebuild it. You got to keep going back and forth, repeat. And then eventually, you build the man that you see in front of you. Now, this is not my final form. I got to crash out shit. I don't know how many fucking times before I get the thing perfect. And it still won't be perfect. It'll just be a work in progress that will look like a masterpiece. But in my head, I'll be like, damn, I could have did this. I could have fixed that. I could have did that. Da, 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 da. But that's okay, though, because that's what life is about. Life is about growing up, struggling, fucking up things, struggling, getting some wins, struggling, getting some hot woman that wants to marry you, then struggling, then building a family, then struggling, then seeing all your loved ones pass away, to struggling, and it's just a bunch of events with struggling in between. That's basically what life is about. So once you understand that concept, you're all good, and you just accept the crash out for what it is, and never be embarrassed of your crash outs. Crash outs are excellent. It means that you're growing as a person. It means you're building character. Peace.